water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all four elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. 100 years passed, and my brother and I discovered the new Avatar, an Airbender named Aang. And although his airbending skills are great, he still has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone. But I believe Aang can save the world. Hey guys, it's Maddie here. Welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to start off this video by thanking you guys so much for the feedback and the, I guess, surprisingly overwhelming just responses or comments, I guess, on the first video. I genuinely was not expecting to get almost 100 views in like 2 days, and the comments that you guys left were really, really nice. So thank you so much. I truly appreciate it, and I'm really glad that there are some people out there that are enjoying the videos already. So I know that some people don't like mixing soft-spoken with whispers, but I just feel like it makes a nice blend and also helps in the sense that maybe, some people have personal preferences, so maybe just including a little bit of each kind of just, facilitates that as well. So I'll probably continue doing that, but if it bothers too many of you, then I'll definitely stop, and I'll just try to focus on one style in each video or something like that. As you can probably tell from the title and also the intro of the video, this video is going to be about Avatar, The Last Airbender, and also, I guess, Korra and just the Avatar universe in general. I was planning on making something about Avatar a little bit further down the line, but I figure, seeing as how my recent viewing of Korra has kind of been at the same time as everyone else freaking out over the original series, I figured now would be a good time because people are engaged in it, and maybe that'll motivate people to comment, and we could have a discussion about what I talk about, and also your opinions and all of that. So I'm going to talk about my opinions on the series, my experiences with it, both growing up and as an adult, and I have some items that I collected to go through some stuff that I have while I'm talking about the series, and then I also have, I tried to get some objects that kind of represent the 4 elements, and I kind of failed miserably, but, pardon me regarding that. We'll get to that eventually, but, so I wanted to start off by, I guess, talking about watching Avatar as a child. It was definitely one of my favorite cartoons growing up, and it feels weird calling Avatar a cartoon because it has so many aspects of an anime, and honestly, I still think Avatar is so unique in that regard, in the sense that it has so many anime characteristics, but it also has cartoon characteristics, so it's kind of like this perfect hybrid. So I remember that I would try to watch every episode that I could when I was a kid, but it was hard, because school hours and homework and all that, so I never got to watch it like all the way through as a child. And I think that most people had that experience. We didn't really have like internet access to to shows and cartoons and anime that really started around 2006, and I think around there, probably before, but I never really got around to watching things online until I was older, so I never really got the full experience as a kid, but even then, I absolutely loved the show. I loved the characters, and I remember vividly always trying to be a waterbender, in the shower, and in the pool, and when you would go to the beach, and I would just try to bend the water, and obviously it would never work, and it was kind of disappointing, but that didn't stop me from trying again and again and again, and honestly, I still wish I was a waterbender till this day, but more on that later. I remember that eventually it went to Nicktoons, and I think that was a weird phase because Nicktoons was usually, the hours were really weird, and I know that I used to watch a lot of repeated episodes on that. I know that the airing times kind of got messed up for Avatar, not as much as they did for Korra for sure, but for Avatar, the original series, there was some back and forth too with timing, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, the point is that I never really got the full experience as a child. And I'm kind of glad because that motivated me to kind of pick it up again later on in life, and I've done so now multiple times. I mentioned this in the previous video, but I've watched the original Avatar all the way through about 6 or 7 times. I haven't watched Korra all the way through as much, but and it's really awesome because no matter how many times I watch through, there's always a little detail or something that I didn't pick up on 100%, or something that, watching it again with a different perspective, that thing that maybe I hadn't thought about in that way is more apparent. so they're, well, anyway. So we have a chibi Katara here. And I love her expression, the little plushy cheeks and the really big eyes. And she's doing some water bending. Probably the, what's it called, the whip, I think, that she struggled a lot with in the beginning. Also, before I go on, this video probably is not going to be spoiler free. Just because I'm going to be talking about characters and story plots and stuff like that. So I apologize, and a spoiler warning. Even though I think most people have probably watched Avatar by now, especially if you're clicking on this video. But anyways, spoiler warning, and I'm sorry. So yeah, this shirt also has the water tribe symbol here. Where's this Katara's necklace? Yeah. This is probably the, I guess, most like empty shirt of the three. Katara is my favorite character. She always has been. But it's really nice because I actually grew to like her more and more as I got older. Because I identify with her a lot. I've always kind of been the motherly figure in my group of friends. I'm always the person that's trying to take care of everyone else. Even though sometimes I can seem like kind of like a stick in the mud or a little bit annoying, but it really comes from a place of caring. And I love how that was kind of one of her faults in the show, is like she always had great intentions, but she didn't always have the best way of dealing with that. And she kind of grew to understand that she needs to let other people also learn how to, take care of themselves and learn to be also taken care of. And honestly, she's the best character, like, in my opinion, of course. But Katara is the most insane bender. And one of the things that I really but dislike, is the fact that we really didn't get to see her bending in Korra. Because the fact that she was alive was so exciting, and I'm really grateful that we got to see her. And she had some parts of interaction, but I really wish, because if Katara was as insanely amazing as she was at this age, I really wish we got to see how she evolved as a bender, with the age that she had. Okay, the second shirt. It's this one here. So this one has a little bit more going on. I really hope that this is in frame. But we have Momo here at the top. And he's just chilling, doing his Momo stuff. He looks very curious. He's actually looking right at us with his eyes. And he's on top of Appa. And Appa is just, he's just kind of like posing, I guess, for the picture as well. With his little tongue out. And then we have Aang over here. He has this big old smile on his face. He has his staff. We have Sokka over here, and he's doing that cool guy stuff. Little piece of wheat, hay, in his mouth. And he's a little bit more serious than everyone else. And then, of course, we have Katara here, also on Appa's head. And she's just kind of daydreaming and just looking out at something. And this is like, this is the original trio plus Appa and Momo before Toph and Zuko joined them. As you guys can tell, probably I like blue as a shirt color for sure. It's not my favorite though. Okay, and the last shirt, and also my favorite, is this one here. So the reason I love this shirt is because there's like lots of little different chibis of everyone. And they're all kind of like stacked on top of each other, and it's really adorable, and I love it. So we have at the top, we have Momo with really big, gaping eyes, and he's like staring into your soul. He's staring into your soul, staring into your soul. And he's kind of draped over Zuko, who actually has a smile on his face, which is a rare occasion. And next to them is the Fire Nation symbol. And then we have Toph here. And she has also a very big smile on her face, which is not as rare as Zuko, but still. And she has some blush going on in her cheeks. And there's an Earth Nation symbol here. And then we have Sokka, who has that chill, cool guy looking face going on again. He has his trusty boomerang. And Katara with her hair loopies. And the Water Nation symbol. And then we have Aang with kind of like a dopey face on. And Appa with these beady little eyes, which I love. It's so adorable. And also I love how it's totally unproportional. It just adds to the goofiness of it. And then there's an Air Nation symbol here as well. And together they're Team Avatar. Okay. Let me just was going to be on. Because for some reason, it was going to air at a time where I wasn't home. I don't know if I was at school or like at an extracurricular or whatever it was, but I wasn't going to be home and I started freaking out. So I decided to leave my VHS recording it. Yes, I am old. So I got like the biggest like VHS tape I could find, like the one that could record for the longest. And I put it in, and I was just like, this is gonna be my salvation. And surely enough, it was. And then like I remember getting home and I played it and I watched it back, and obviously it wasn't as good quality as, you know, the original airing because VHS tapes and all that. But I remember being so proud of myself for recording it like that. And unfortunately, I don't have the VHS tape anymore, but I did keep it until about like 2 years ago. So I had it for a very long time. And I remember that like on the cover of the VHS, I wrote like, do not touch, do not record over Avatar, etc. I was very protective of it for sure. So that was really cool. Avatar has also aged really well. I feel like the fact that so many people are getting into it again, and also so many people that didn't have the opportunity to watch it originally have been falling in love with it, even though it's a kind of dated show, you know, like it's been 15 years-ish, and it still holds well, and it still is better than so many other things that are out nowadays. And that's really nice to see that it is timeless, and that I do believe that it's still gonna be around for a very long time, and that the next generation hopefully has access to it as well. I think it actually just got off of the Netflix top 10 like a few days ago, after being on there for like a month, 2 months, I don't know. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. I'm so glad that this is a thing. And what's awesome about that as well is that it probably means that they're going to be keeping it on there. And not only that, but it also means that they're probably super motivated with the live action reboot that they're planning on making. And I think that I'm really excited for it. Honestly, I am. I'm gonna get our next item here. So I got this last year. I really wanted to rewatch Avatar again, but I wanted to see it in like HD and stuff. And I was like, oh, you know, I haven't rewatched Korra in a long time as well. Let's get the bundle, and I'm definitely happy that I made this purchase. So it has the complete collection of has some really cool, like special features. It has the making of Avatar featurettes, original uncut animatic, the Avatar state, behind the scenes with the Avatar cast and crew, the women of Avatar, the Legend of Aang, audio commentaries with the cast and crew of the Legend of Korra, scene bending animatics, the making of a legend, the untold story, parts 1 and 2, plus featurettes, animatics, shorts, and more. There really is a lot of bonus features, like hours worth of stuff, which is really nice. So yeah, I'm really excited for the Netflix remake. I think that they're going to pour their heart and soul into it, or they probably already are. I know that Netflix has some bad reputation for some live action stuff, but seeing as how we have some of the original creators participating this time around, and after all of the success that they're having with having it on the platform, I doubt that they're gonna like butcher it. And to be completely honest, it's literally impossible to have anything that's worse than a live action movie. I tend to joke around with my friends and say that that movie doesn't exist. So whenever they mention it or anything, I'm like, what movie? What are you talking about? Because seriously, I wish I could erase that from my memory. So this was the Avatar, The Last Airbender, the complete series. And we have the group here on the front. I really want to open it, but I tried doing that before and it's a really loud sound. Because I want to show you guys it. Hold on, I want to try it out. Sorry about that. So we have the CDs. They're very plain CDs, but they're still pretty. So, this is book 1, Water, disc 1. And it's separated into, I think, 9. Oh no. Yeah, I think it's 9 discs. And I feel like, and this is my opinion, I feel like book 1 is very underrated. I know that, most of the super exciting stuff happens in book 3, but I really love the original. I know it's also not completely Korra's fault as a whole, because what the networks did with Korra in terms of like airing and like canceling it and bringing it back and putting it online and all that, it was pretty crazy. So it's, for what it went through, it's really good. It does have a more, it does have like a darker vibe to it, especially in the later seasons. But the fact that we got to see like the first Avatar, I love the beginning, part 1 and 2. Those are definitely some of my favorite episodes ever. And Korra and Asami in the end is also something very iconic and very groundbreaking at the time, and I'm very grateful for it. Even though we didn't get more, it's still something. And I like how it is a very different style than the original, because if it was the same, then there'd be too much comparison, and I feel like that wouldn't be that great. I also like how they added Rava here into the artwork, which is pretty cool. I also really like Zuko's storyline a lot. I feel like out of all of the characters, he's definitely the one that had the most character development in a way. Just seeing him have his internal struggle and grow and overcome that, and dealing with his father and his sister and the lack of his mother and all of that, and also understanding, his uncle's perception of the world and the way that he wanted to raise Zuko in a better way, and all of that, and his growth is just really, really great to watch. Most of the characters had their own personal growths for sure, but I feel like Zuko's was the most impactful for me. Katara's moment where she confronted the man who killed her mother was also a very impactful moment for me, and also in her, a very crucial moment for her, because she had the power. She wasn't that helpless little girl anymore that she was when it happened. She could have done anything she wanted, but she chose to not have revenge. She chose to let his suffering be his own, karma and all of that. And I feel like that's definitely a lot of a reflection of how she grew, and how her contact with Aang and the others also influenced her as a better person. That also reminds me that the dynamic that Team Avatar has, I really like it, because it reminds me a lot of my friend group. We definitely we bring different things to the table, and I think that's a really nice thing, because we balance each other out, and we also learn and become better people because of each other. And I feel like that's definitely the best thing you can have as a friend. Another Avatar, other than Korra and Aang, that I really like is Avatar Kyoshi. And I actually got the Rise of Kyoshi. This is a very recent purchase. read all the way through yet. I'm still in the first half of the book. But Kyoshi is also a very different avatar, very different than Aang, a little bit more like Korra in a way, but this story is so well written, it's so well done, and I'm not even finished with it yet. I definitely think that if you are a big fan of the Avatar universe and you want some more backstory into how things were before Aang and some more in really good character development, then you should definitely check this out, either online or get a physical copy, because not only is like the artwork insanely pretty, the story is really, really, really well done. Out of all of the Avatar stuff that I've read, like, this is definitely the best, I guess, immersion piece for sure. And I think that's definitely because of the length. You get a lot more detail than the comics and stuff. Not that those aren't great, they're amazing, but definitely check this out when you can. So I thought I'd read the back and also the little excerpt here. So, justice begins with one woman. After 9 years of desperate searching for the next avatar, the discovery of young, charming Avatar Yoon has brought stability to the four nations. That is, until Earth Kingdom born Kyoshi, Yoon's unassuming friend and servant, demonstrates remarkable bending during a mission to the South Pole. With the identity of the true Avatar at stake and the growing unrest among her allies turning into violence, Kyoshi is forced to flee the Avatar mansion with her fiery friend Rangi, taking little more than the metal war fans and headdress her parents left behind. It isn't easy finding Avatar training on the run, but Kyoshi and Rangi find unlikely supporters in the Dao Fei, ragtag criminals and outlaws living in the shadows of the Earth Kingdom. Torn between following the traditional path of an avatar and seeking vengeance for those she has lost, Kyoshi struggles to accept her newfound power as she trains in secret. But while Kyoshi, Rangi, and her Dao Fei friends face off against brutal underworld rivals, those who seek to control the Avatar draw ever closer to her, leaving trails of the dead in their wake. The story behind the longest living Avatar in the history of this beloved world, the rise of Kyoshi, maps Kyoshi's journey from a girl of humble origins to the merciless pursuer of justice, still feared and admired centuries after becoming the Avatar. So it definitely has a little bit of a darker vibe to it. If you're gonna compare it to Aang's story, but it's a really, really great story. And just a really pretty book. I admire it a lot. And then on the back, we just have this mark here. I'm really sorry about the background noise, guys. It's stuff outside, and I can't control it. I definitely understand the struggles of finding silence now more than ever. No matter how late you stay up, it's hard to find a moment where things aren't just going to randomly start happening. So here it says, Kiyoshi stood her ground. I'm just going to read a little part of here. Kiyoshi dropped to her knees, panting and heaving. Tagaka turned around, her face so controlled over the past 2 days, spasmed in every direction. What in the name of the spirits are you? And this book also was made with the creators, so it is very, very faithful to the original universe and everything. And then I also just brought this little kind of like comic booklet that I have that actually came with the book, which is really cool. And what I love about this is it's actually 2 little stories. You have Shells, and then on the reverse you have The Legend of Korra, Lost Pets. And what's really nice is that they're actually written and illustrated and everything by different people. So as you can see, the art style here is a little bit more cartoony and a little bit, I guess, darker and more lines and all that. And it's really pretty. And then over here you have a more, I guess, more similar to the original, cleaner style. I love the sound of the bindings. The Milo story is actually really funny. And it's really nice seeing him with hair as well. So I tried to get some different things here. I'm just going to take a really quick sip of water. We'll go in the order of the opening. the original opening, because core is different. So I got water. In a jar. And it's really hard to do water sounds. So, something that also calls my attention to water a lot. That's not a nice sound. I'm sorry about that. It's the metal lid. It's just the flexibility of it, the versatility. It really can do so many different things, you know? Different forms, different uses. Speaking of water, make sure you hydrate yourselves. Especially now with everything going on, and I don't know about you guys, but it's getting really hot where I live. Like really, really hot. So it's really important that you hydrate yourself. Sorry. Now for Earth, I didn't really have dirt or anything like that. So I got this plant, which, it's not plant bending, but this is a fake plant. I'm not really that big of a fan of fake plants, but I'm in a moment that I don't really have that much time to take care of real plants. So we have a fake plant just to have some green around. I think it's really nice. I also would feel bad doing this to a real plant, because I feel like I'd be hurting it too much. So at least with the fake plant, I can do this with no remorse. Now, for fire, I'm sorry. I didn't really have anything else that represented fire to me. So I thought, let me get my Cyndaquil plushie. I feel bad because I'm basically using Cyndaquil for his body right now, which is so messed up. So Cyndaquil has a little fire on his back. So that's what we're going to be using for a representation of fire. Isn't he super cute? I'll probably bring back Cyndaquil for a future video. He's definitely my favorite Pokemon. Well, he's actually tied in first place for my favorite Pokemon. in your body. Sending well says bye. Okay, and for air, this might be a little bit loud, but I got my diffuser, and it has some lavender essential oils in it, and it does have a motor in it, so I'm going to turn it on, and it's going to be a little bit loud because of the motor, but we're going to do some steam, and I'll try to blow some your way. Now, it kind of is more of a water sound, actually. I'll just turn it on. But it has steam coming out, which is a type of air, right? But you can actually hear the water dripping as well. Lavender is such a